In our previous modules, we covered two lightweight approaches to estimation. T-shirt sizing helped us route work based on complexity. Rough order of magnitude, or ROM, gave us quick data-driven forecasts of cost and schedule using empirical trends. But what happens when the organization, the customer, or the contract requires a detailed plan with a committed baseline? That's where traditional project planning comes into play. Project management is everywhere. From building software and IT systems to designing massive industrial projects, securing critical national infrastructure, and coordinating global logistics. Project management gives us the structure to plan the most complex and ambitious endeavors and keep value flowing from concept to completion. This approach is more structured, more detailed, and much heavier than T-shirt sizing or ROM. The goal is to create a schedule baseline and a cost baseline that all stakeholders agree to, and then to track performance against those baselines throughout the project. Let's break down how it works. The first step is to define the work in detail. We build a work breakdown structure, or WBS, that decomposes the project into smaller and smaller components until each work package is well defined and measurable. This structure becomes the foundation for everything that follows. Without a clear WBS, the rest of the plan is unreliable. Once the work is defined, we turn to the schedule. We identify the activities required to complete each work package, sequence those activities, mapping dependencies between them, and estimate the duration of each activity. From here, we perform a critical path analysis, finding the longest sequence of dependent tasks that determines the minimum project duration. This becomes the schedule baseline, the committed timeline we plan and track against. Next, we build the cost baseline. We estimate the resources required for each activity, labor, equipment, and materials, apply rates and costs to those resources, and add overhead, indirect costs, and contingency reserves. All of this is rolled up to form the cost baseline, the committed budget for the project. Together, the scope, schedule, and cost baselines form the classic triple constraint of project management. Change one, and at least one of the others must change. That's why baselines are often tied to strict change control processes. Once established, they cannot be altered without formal approval. This traditional project management approach has strengths. It provides a high degree of visibility and control. It creates clear commitments for contracts and external stakeholders. And it works well in projects where scope, technology, and requirements are stable. But it also has weaknesses. It takes a lot of time and effort to build. It can create a false sense of precision early in the project. And when requirements change, which they often do, the baselines can quickly become outdated, leading to costly replanning. That's why, in adaptive environments, lighter weight approaches like ROM and agile forecasting are often more effective. But in environments where detailed commitments are required, baselining is still the standard. So when should you use traditional project planning? When contractual commitments demand it, when requirements are well understood and unlikely to change, or when you need to set clear, detailed baselines for governance and reporting. Schedule and cost baselining gives you rigor, structure, and control. It's the heavyweight tool in the estimation toolbox, best used when precision and commitment outweigh speed and adaptability.